Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
250. I got you, son. Begin. Check three. Check 50. Shit.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Too easy.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
I got you, boy. Patch it. Check. Omaha, ready, move.
On the ground, Kamara. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
32. Go. Look at him. Double right. 50's the mark. Not here. Hey. Check out. Zero.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, I 7. Man up, 50's the mark. Hey.
So they will go for it. Stafford. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We want to head the other way.
A lot of times, if you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Stafford here, coming off his pick six. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danielle Hunter in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Set. 280. Hey, give me your radar. Big 20. Hey, Charlie. Mike 20. Let's get off the field, B. Let's get it.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Sherrills. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd-year back from Florida State. Rashawn Melvin in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, can't. Hey, alert 3. Out. Hey, flipper.
On play action, Cousins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jarrett Davis coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Hey, Foxtrot. Hey, flipper.
3rd and long for Cousins. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Watch the pass. Show it up. Hey, there you go, 48. All right, Owen.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way gun. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A toss to Cook. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Lions nothing.
Ready? 40's Mike. Target. 300. Hey, exit. 40, Mike, 40. We got it.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
Let's go.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Check Mike 21. Mike, hey, orbit.
To throw, Cousins. He's got Smith here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
I got tripped this side.
Play action. Stafford. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hockenson.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
It's 2nd and 6.
Red 80. Mark 30. Zebra. Hey, easy. 38 to Mike. 21. Mike 38. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Hey, 54.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Hey, let's go. Mike 50.
In your face.
Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I'm on.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on fourth down.
Zero. Switch. Check 43. Shit. Check. Lucky.
They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, 382, left 50. Check. Line out.
Here's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll run with Cook. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On second and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone.
Double dog. That's the way. Hey, 48.
He'll get it up the middle. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And they got the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Hey, 22. Check 3. Tight dog.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now it's Stafford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Linval Joseph able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. On 3rd down, Muhammad. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Gun. Here we go. Bring the energy.
They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Leave it, 48. Hey, Delta. Lynn 50.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Linval Joseph able to record his 5th sack of the season. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Stafford. He completes this to Sutton. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
42.
The final shot before the break. Stafford into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Check Mike 21. I got him. Tighten up. Two.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check 99. Can't. Hey, Haywood. Gun.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it is 28-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the
How many
time.
plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
Set. 53. Ready. Get away. I smell fear in that offense. 22.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First down, Detroit.
Ready. Blue 60. 50, Mike 50. Let's go. 59.
On first down, Muhammad. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on second down. Stafford is going to get this one out to his fullback. It's a gain of 9 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Makes it 3rd and
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On third down, here's Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Stay 50. Stay 50.
Now Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Set. 250. Strip alert. Strip that ball. Switch it.
A carry now for McKissick. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Lions on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing is Stafford. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. He's got daylight. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, give me the radar. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
Kamara. And some room to work. The 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Alvin Kamara. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are in for 6. Extra point good by Prater. And that will shave one more off this lead. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Undercrush. What's that?
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Cook with a first down and much more. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Switch.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Well, that run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Can. Ringo. He's checking. We're going.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Kamara. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The Lions on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw is Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Stafford, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw on 3rd down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They snap it to Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Prater for the extra point. Checking in on Houston. It's in the 4th quarter there. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near.
Lucky 50. Big Ed. Check 3, check through. Check 50, check 50. Throw. Patch it. Black.
Cousins here to throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And an alley to run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?"
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Check nickel. You draw Corker.
One last throw here for Stanford. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, you start to wonder if it's going to happen this year. The skid has hit 13 in a row on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Ties burn the paint. People wanna know where Mace, Posse, Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock. Turn it up, we giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub